bloodthirsty ones.
So, welcome to Level Up TV at levelupyourgame.net with me, Disrepute, and Vor. This is Deliberate Murder versus Lowfly, ClanBase EuroCup 26. Let's have a look at the teams quickly. Pavel, Starosta, Immortal, and Fortune. That's 102. And for low, we've got Triple Sex, Silencer, Funny Bee, and FRS. Quake Live TDM. It's going to be the first map, Dreadful Place, picked by 102. For what are your feelings going into this game?
Well, we've already seen so far this season that 102 Deliberate Murder, they look pretty awesome on this map. But they're up against maybe what is going to be their sternest test of the competition so far, so they should expect a tough game, as good as they have looked already on this map.
Yeah, one of the things that we've seen a weakness for 102 is their power-up play.
Well, you say it's a weakness.
Well, in terms of getting the power-ups...
I'm not willing to accept that necessarily as a weakness.
In terms of getting the power-ups, we haven't seen them get too many power-ups, and you could be punished pretty badly for that. I mean, their attacks have been good on the power-up setups on this map, and they've picked up frags, but if those don't work out, and then they let a quad run rife, they could be in trouble.
But I like what they do. They put pressure on the quad pickup sometimes without over-committing to it.
Here we go, going live.
They're going to time out for
a nice
set.
timeout.
They already explained it, mate.
Yeah. Timing out because he goes 999 for a few seconds upon map load. So we're going to time in. We're going to be following Pavel off the start. And he's got the railgun lower area spawn. Easy pickup for him as well. No one pressuring him. And his entire team seems to be on the mega side of the map.
Yeah, the first two major weapons have gone to either team. Silencer got the first lightning gun. Pavel with that rail, so good split on the first weapons.
Did manage to miss his first couple of shots. Managed to hit a teammate. And it's a -1 score at the moment.
But I don't imagine he'll be sticking on -1 for long, not a player of Pavel's quality.
Really not hitting the shots he wants to at the moment, but then he does reverse that scoreline, getting the frag. We got no timer for the quad at the moment, but there's that second red armor. Pavel timing it perfectly, Immortal supporting him. Nothing to see Immortal being a stacked player. And there it is, first power up. They do miss it as well. We see Lowfly in a good position to take that one. Silencer looking for the frag, takes out Pavel, confiscating that rail away.
Pavel may have dropped that rail, but I'd say in that situation to hit a rail on the quad and leave him that weak, that's probably a good trade.
Yeah, it's dangerous, Silencer, and maybe they should be able to judge that. Yeah, Immortal could tell just by the way Silencer's being so cautious. He does get the frag out of it though, so that's intelligent play, and he's got 3 frags on this quad run, which is pretty decent for this map. It makes that 4 right at the death.
Yeah, 4 frags, that's a good start with quad. I mean, you could see that he didn't have the kind of health and armor that allowed him to charge around the map at full pace, but to come away with 4 frags when you're that low for what, 15-20 seconds of your run, I'd say he'd be happy with that.
Now, this is where Silencer is really dangerous. He's already got a stack of armor, he's got a nice chunk of health with the Mega as well, and he's got a railgun, and he can play a very clever, careful game, although he gets caught out by more. Look how aggressive he's going with his shotgun.
Well, that's surprising to see Silencer miss those kind of rails. Normally you'd expect him to hit all of those. Maybe too much infected in his pre-game warm-up.
He got caught out pretty bad, and he's going to die 2 times off the spawn as well. And that's really cost his team. I mean, he was in a very stacked position, but it was a really, really positive, aggressive attack by Immortal. Works out perfectly.
Yeah, because if you look at the score, Lowfly are in the lead 18-11, and if you'd have allowed Silencer to continue with that kind of stack, you could certainly see that score just increasing.
Here we go, he's also in a position to lock down this quad. We see FRS moving in here. That's a good frag on Immortal because it's 20 seconds till the quad spawns. This is exactly the perfect map to get in early.
Yeah, and FRS has the weapons to be able to defend this quad solo. I mean, he's maybe paying too much attention to that end, but no one has come in the other angles while he was doing that, so he's still in a great position.
He needs a bit of team support here, though. It's a good rail shot. He's nicely placed grenades as well, though they didn't connect. All of 102 moving in the same entrance. We've seen that before, and Silencer takes that quad. And they've got a nice lead at the moment. He can
excellent play by Lowfly, in particular FRS defending that quad.
Here we go, Silencer moving out to the Mega side of the map. Mega will be up in 10 seconds, still on the way around for that. He's got to be careful with the rocket launcher in that position. This is very much a map of positional play and the weapons that you can utilise in each of those areas. ranged weapons ideal at this position. Takes out Pavel's second frag on the board. Again, this is not like a massive frag run, but you don't really get that on this map.
No, but much like his first run, it's left him in a strong situation at the end of the run. He's got that Mega ticking down slowly, he's got a little bit of armour, and he's got all the weapons you could ever hope to have on this map. Rocket launcher, lightning gun, rail. He's a real threat at the moment, and he'll just look to work his way into positions where he can deal some good damage.
There he goes, takes out Fortune round the corner with that rocket launcher. He's down a bit lower on the health, it's 100, no armour, but of course Mega will be up soon. Nice rail shot, gets his second impressive of the game. Just pushing away his opponents from the danger zone of the quad. I mean, it's 50 seconds away, but you can't really get somebody set up there that early.
But he's been caught out again by Immortal, so it's positive from 102 that they look to hunt down someone that they see as a clear threat, because Silence in those positions, if you were just to leave him and try and avoid him, he'd still be putting out a lot of damage with the weapons he had. We did just see FRS escaping with a railgun there. Funny Bee coming in there with the rocket. Oh, it was Funny Bee with the rocket. Silencer trying to finish off Immortal with the shotgun. He's left with only 5 health. There it is, Funny Bee with the rocket play. And he's got a risky position here, but he picks up the frag. But it paid off.
Look at the damage he's done.
Big risk though, but these are paying off.
It's perfect time before the quad as well. That's an excellent rail. Oh, that's a perfectly placed rocket. Pretty unfortunate to go down against cycle round 2. Triple sex for Lowfly, who's in position in this quad area. Excellent defense, perfectly placed rockets as well. And Silencer for the 3rd time in a row. We've got a Lowfly quad again in the hands of Silencer, and he's got 3 frags on this run already. Going to pick up the 50. He's got a lightning gun to his name as well. Confiscated that away. Mega will be up in a second. So this is excellent play from Silencer at the moment. Trying to see if he can pick up any more frags.
Yeah, if he can just get 1 or 2, this will round off a good run.
Oh, he's going to take out Fortune with a weapon as well. And the difference I'm seeing between previous games we've seen 102 play on this map is they just overrun their opponents. They go really aggressive. But it seems like Lowfly are perhaps grouping up a little bit better, a bit more organised, and they're not letting 102 just spread out and overrun them.
We're often seeing that Lowfly are together as a 4 in the Mega area, and that's the kind of way you need to play in a way against 102. I mean, you can see that they're dominating the red armor pickups 10-3, but normally against any team they play, they're able to use that red, push out to the lightning gun, and take yellows and megas. That simply isn't happening today. That was a good attack on the lightning gun area by Lowfly. 3 players committed there, get the frag on Immortal, who had the red armor to his name as well. Look at this though, rail in the hands of Fortune, he gets the frag. He's got a little bit of armor to his name, but that's soon whittled away by the shotgun. 35 seconds till quad. He's got a rocket launcher, shotgun and rail here to defend it. He'll really want to stand around this area and secure it out. His team look like they're in good position to support it as well. As long as he doesn't get suddenly rushed from all angles, I mean, he has the weapons to be able to defend this position. Excellently placed rocket there. It just stops Lowfly trying to get in. This could be a quad for 102 coming. He needs team support though. They need to get to this quad area. It looks like they're coming now. That's excellent rails again by Fortune. And he's picked up another couple of frags there right before the quad. These are key frags here. His team should have secured this, and Pavel's the one to take it. Coming through with the quad damage. And they're closing this score down. Going to pick up the red as well. And now he can just pick up loads of spawn kills. We saw how many frags that Fortune picked up right before that quad, and that's really the basis for this comeback kind of score now. Look at this. 4 frags now on this quad run. He's picked up a lightning gun and a rail as well. Certainly an impressive run, and that has brought us to within 6 frags now. And you know, before this happened, you know, you have to say there was slight concerns for 102. I mean, quite often they don't get quads in games, but never before has it been such a problem as in this game with, you know, Silencer taking those first 3 quads. Yeah. And Pavel has really brought them back into this. They weren't quite organised enough on the quad play. And we saw that in previous matches, but they won those quite comfortably, so it didn't really matter. Well, even though in previous games they weren't necessarily taking the quad, they were always putting pressure on the quad, and it was hard for the quad to get out and actually go on a run. But as we saw with Silenset, 3 times he was able to actually go on quad runs.
Lowfly are still in the lead, 7 frags advantage, although it feels like 102 have got a nice run at the map at the moment. Silencer dropping down. Third impressive from Pavel. He managed to eliminate FRS from existence as well with that second rail shot. And look, the score is closing in again, and Pavel's in a very dangerous position here, moving through to the lightning gun area.
And this is what we're more used to seeing, you know, getting that red and getting out to the key items, the rail or the lightning gun. And if they can start to do that, then this score will change very quickly.
They've maybe moved out a little bit late because the quad setup, I think, sounds like Lowfly are up there, and 102 are going to have to make a quick decision of how they're going to attack this quad. It's 5 seconds to go. Pavel's not even going to make it. I'm going to switch around. Triple Sec's going to take this quad. It's moved away from the quad, in fact. There it is, picked up. Oh my god, taking damage from all angles.
And that's more like 102. You could see they had the opportunity, if they wanted to just rush into the room, but they elected not to. They just decided, we're going to make sure the quad dies. We'll let you pick it up and we'll kill it.
Was that something like they died once to Lowfly died maybe 4 times, or 4 of them died there?
Yeah, exactly, and that is now a huge problem for Lowfly. They're running around with nothing, and anytime that happens in TDM, you're in serious trouble, and it's hard to actually get back into a position where you are, you know, safe when you've got a team like 102 putting the pressure on.
You got someone like Starosta, who we're following now, hitting 70% rail, and he's got a rail gun. And he's got a lightning gun, and he's got a plasma, and a shotgun. And he's just cruising around the back of the red, moving up to quad now.
Yeah, he'll be back for the next red to make sure there's no chance of Lowfly stealing it, but well, actually, I had to say that.
He didn't actually take the previous one, though. He's left it for Immortal, but there it is now. He's going to reward himself this time with that one. I'd imagine the way he's playing this map, he could make that last out till the next quad spin in 50 seconds time. Although he's going aggressive to spot his teammate. He's been caught out! And the side by Funny B, heavy LG, and that red armor really did save him.
Yeah, it certainly did. He would have been dead long ago without that red armor to protect him from that lightning gun.
We have passed over the halfway mark in this 20-minute round. We see Starosta going back for that next red armor 30 seconds before quad. They probably want to start moving that way now, 102, if they wanted to take it. Lowfly the same. The Funny B going down, he had a weapon.
And this is more like what we're used to seeing. I mean, he's countered there, but you know, this aggression in these areas, that's typically what we would see from Deliberate Murder.
Very
but
nice,
well countered.
Very aggressive himself with that lightning gun. He's going to wait for this Mega. He's going to pick it up in time as well. He needs to get up this staircase and into the quad if they want to get it. 4 seconds to go. Going to make the rush in. He's going to land on it. So they had defended it as a team, 2 of their players. And Fortune just a little bit late going up that bounce pad.
Yeah, mistake to go up there, really. It was already picked up when he went up.
Nice play by Triple Six. Was cautious dropping down the bounce pad there. Brought his opponent 3rd frag, and now the red armor as well is on the back of this mega stack. Oh, look at this, 5 frags. He's picked up now, looking for the spawns. Yellow armor is up, and she goes back to take off. We'd call it for a teammate, but it's kind of just slowed down his run a little bit, going back for that yellow.
Nice quad run, but you can see the difference to the previous quad where, you know, same as this time, 102 did allow them to take this quad, but on the previous quad, they had positions where the quad was unable to escape the room. This time, Triple Six was just able to run out the room easily.
That's really impressive play by Triple Six. I mean, he didn't really take any damage, and he dealt so much into that red room. That's really excellent play, back for the yellow as well. Passed up his railgun to a teammate, and now he's looking a bit low on ammo, weapons. So
if he can just find some lightning gun ammo, of which the one in that room is not up, as he was checking.
Yeah, I think he wants just a new lightning gun to spawn. I love that to spawn now.
But he has a nice amount of armor. I mean, he doesn't need to think, like, I have to get in the fight straight away. He can afford to wait for some ammo.
See, he just sneaks into this red room, getting in behind. He's looking for the lightning gun ammo there. He has eventually got
in this position, I mean, catches Immortal out.
Almost caught by a rail shot himself, but he managed to evade any real serious damage. Good play there by Triple Six, really sneaky.
Yeah, this has been a good minute and a half or so for him since that quad.
Right, they've got to be careful now, though. 15 seconds before the quad, he's on the other side of the map, taking damage from all sides as well. Just trying to pick up the frags. If he gets this frag, Fortune's going to spawn quad side, so it wouldn't have worked that well. I'm going to cycle around to somebody who's maybe at the quad side. Lensep is there. He's going to grab this one as well. Or a teammate is.
It's going to have an easy escape yet again. There's no pressure on the quad escape.
This is... Oh! Direct rocket from Fortune, straight to the shins of Funny Bee, and he'll be fuming after that, especially as he spawn kills straight away, and he was looking in a good position, Funny Bee. Look at this, he's really paying the price for that one.
Again he goes down. This is just the unfortunate nature of the random spawns. Although I know they're not necessarily random, but...
Funny Bee diving for that rail, he missed out grabbing it and died for the 4th time in a row there. He's paying a heavy price for that quad. We do have 3 quads remaining on the map, and I kind of feel like it's going to be the quad play that defines it now. If 102 did not commit to quad, like we've seen 2 quads ago, or even the previous quad, then they could be punished badly by Lowfly.
Yeah, they certainly could. They have to ensure that they get either a good setup to take the quad, or a good setup, as we've also seen from them, to kill the quad. And on these previous 2 quads, they have just had nothing in terms of setup. They haven't been in position to kill it. I mean, they got somewhat lucky with that rocket on the previous one, but I don't think they're going to want to leave it down to, you know, lucky rockets like that.
Yeah, still no weapons for the cycle round. Let's have a look at FRS. He's got a mega to his name. Missing his rail shots though, 42%.
Yeah, and we saw him hitting some really nice rails defending the quad earlier in this game, so gonna need his rail to be on for the last minutes of this map.
There you go, 7 impressives.
Here we go.
3 in a row. Very nice play by FRS. He couldn't
Just when he
quite
needed.
defend that room, but did enough, I think. 20 seconds to go. He's got that mega. Probably wants to get over to the quad ASAP, picking up the rail ammo, which he does require. 15 seconds to go to the quad. Let's see what it looks like when he moves into the room. Seems like his team are in a good defensive position. 102 and not in a great position. He switched away from the rail shot, but he does get the frag anyway. Excellent rail play. Look at this. 3 shots in a row. He's going to pull out the quad shotgun.
Brilliant play from FRS with the shotgun and rail.
And this is what they need to get the win on this map. If they're going to do it, it's going to have to be power-up play, and FRS being very cautious. That's really intelligent play, actually. Just playing around the pillars, letting them come to him.
Yeah, and you have to wonder what the hell they're thinking, challenging the quad.
Oh, great rail. Just delayed the shot. 9 impressive, 48%. He's built up his percentage quite significantly in that minute or so. Really excellent play from FRS, showing his experience there.
But with how close this game is, I mean, a run like that is match-defining.
They've got to do a better job on these 2 remaining quads now. We've only got just over 4 minutes left. And I'd say the general map play is probably slightly in the favour of 102. We've seen some excellent quad play.
Oh, the power-up flavour, yeah, the power-up is definitely in Lowfly's favour.
Triple sex, we just switched to there, hit some great shots. Now, on Pavel's point of view, he's not quite hitting the percentages he'd be wishing for.
He's just giving away that rail.
Wow, he should be... Oh, perfect rockets. Perfect rockets off the spawn. He's just railed off the... It actually kind of saved him, though, that player coming through the doorway. Oh, Funny Bee not quite connecting with his shots there, but he does steal away that green armour. Stops anybody having any slight bit of armour going up and attacking the quad. And the railgun now, and there won't be another rail before the power-up. We've got 20 seconds before this quad spawns.
Yeah, he needs to be careful. We're very low on health. 25 is up for him, but he'll want to try and, well, he's going to try and back off into that tight entrance to try and avoid some damage, but 102 were piling in.
You can see that 102 have highlighted the importance of this power-up. They've all turned up here this time, and they've locked it down. It looks like Lowfly might not even attack this one.
Probably a wise decision from Lowfly not to attack. I mean, you saw a few of them just went down. They probably would not have had the resources to make an attack.
Got to be cautious here. Ah, there's no ambush waiting for him. He wasn't quite as cautious as I would have hoped there, but got away with it. Going to wait around for this red army immortal to some of his stats at the moment. And silence it, calling a timer. Let's have a look at the scoreboard while we're waiting then. Anything standing out there for you? 19 mega healths to Lowfly. Clearly in control of that one. 31 reds to 102.
102 are getting the same amount of reds they would normally get in most of their games, but it's the yellows and the megas which are so different compared to what they used to. They're used to being able to take that red armor, push out to the lightning gun. You know, we've seen Immortal do it the previous week, where he would take the red, go to lightning gun, start taking yellows, look to steal megas, and that has not been an option for them this entire game.
7-2 on the quad pickups as well. That's a vast difference. To see what Immortal can do with this one. Now he's got a red armor to his name. Shotgun in hand straight away. Triple Six didn't even do any damage with that rocket.
Didn't he hit a spawn? Or was it a teammate spawning?
I think he just decided he couldn't chase around. Maybe he's just got back and secure the red first. He's not got the ideal weapons to really counter this one.
No, and it cost him all of his stack to just make that one kill.
That's a great example of a team play moment though. I mean, Lowfly had 3 players there shooting him down. If there'd been 1, he would have come out on top. He would have won over the red Immortal.
Oh yeah, he'd have killed him if it was just 1. He'd have killed him and still had a lot of his red armor remaining.
Even maybe 2, it's more debatable how long he would have survived, but they grouped so well, Lowfly. Something, of course, we saw in the past from Zentorium, for a good example of a team, or District 9. And it can be very powerful. The score is tight. It's only a 9 frag margin. We've got 2 minutes remaining, 1 quad left. It is
look at this.
40 seconds.
Funny
Maybe double stack red.
The red, and his teammates are going to be taking
rocket.
the yellow and the mega. So 102 have just missed out on a vital red at this stage.
Yeah, I mean, we look at that one and we see that, yeah, Funny Bay got a frag, but he did go down without doing as much damage as you'd hope with 200 stack. But it was really a steal, that red armor away, because that is the item that 102 have been working for.
Exactly, and at the time that he stole it, his teammates took mega, and they were in position to be taking the lightning gun and the yellow armor. So this is not looking good at all for 102.
And this is looking good. And there's no real weapons to work with for 102. FRS can move into this room. He's got team support. And they're going to take this quad. Triple Six. Let's see what he can do with it. 1 frag on the board. He's only got 22 health. The 50's not up as he backs off into it. He should just back off now, maybe. Goes for the rail. He hasn't got a rail shot just yet. Just back off. Play it safe. 25's back in here. Pick up the 5 bubbles up to 50 health now. Bit of lightning gun ammo. You see, Triple Six calm, calculated. Excellent play by him, and you'd have to say that quad run, unless something spectacular happens.
Well, not even necessarily the quad run, just the fact that they took the quad and 102 didn't. That was pretty much the end of the game.
Well, we highlighted at the start of the map, perhaps the weakness that 102 have on this map is the power-up play.
Yeah, because, you know, I've commented before that I like the fact that they sometimes don't commit to the quad and just look to try and kill it as it escapes, but they didn't do that today. They were just not there at all at times, and there's no way that Lowfly are going to pass up an opportunity to make good quad runs when they can pick the quad up with no pressure, leave the quad room with no pressure, and just go about the map making kills.
Any highlight, standout performance for you there, Vor?
Well, Silence Ebb, I think he gave his team a brilliant start to this map. I mean, you can see he's also got the best net as well on his team. Hasn't got the most damage, but you know, those 3 quad runs he had at the start, they really set the tone for how this map played out. And I was surprised.
FRS.
Yeah, FRS's quad defense, some of the rails he hit in other parts of the map as well. But I have to say, I'm quite surprised at that kind of performance from 102. I mean, that is not what we're used to seeing from them.